today. It's the National Football League. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, the yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a give, right side. Bailey. This will go for 5 up to the 33. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On second down. It's Bailey, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoopful, didn't he? How about that big-time game?
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Vic Fangio's thought about it, and he'll indeed throw the So that, as it winds up, a good call by Vic Fangio. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 17 carries, 76 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Throwing on 1st down. May. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Draymond Jones. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Back to throw. May. Under pressure, they got him again. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Yetur Gross-Matos able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We're scoreless after 1. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think he should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning. Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On second down now, it's Bailey. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And
there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Vic Fangio, an old-school coach, but he's going to go for it here on 4th. Here we go with Kamara. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 1st and 10, May. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Now Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Now, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd down, it's Bailey. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. 1 second, all that remains. The final shot here before half for Carr. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
The final shot before break. Carr is going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this one is incomplete. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that's complete to Adams. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. May. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here is Washington now to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to the Giants last week. And they do lead here right now, and they've got the football obviously as well. 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. How did he stay on his feet? 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 3rd down, it's Bailey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
On 3rd down, Bailey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. They run, it's Kamara.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bailey. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That that time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A nice run leaves him just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on 4th and about a foot? They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. So now here's Derek Carr leading his guys up to go for 2. They'll turn to Kamara. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
They'll try again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. Taking it in. And Washington going to add on to their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's complete to Robinson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Oliver. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll keep it on the ground. Bailey. 73 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 3rd down, it's Bailey, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Carr going to look to throw. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So it's Washington.